Kid Safe the Video is produced in cooperation with the American Academy of Pediatrics, which is committed to the safety and well-being of all infants, children, adolescents, and young adults. Kid Safe the Video is brought to you by the makers of Triaminic cough and cold products. Because at Triaminic, we want your children to get well and stay well.
Show us the stream.
Hi kids, welcome to Monster Chiller Horror Theater. Oh boy, we have a scary movie for you. It's all about this little girl who's left alone in her house, all by herself. What? What's so scary about that? Well, there's a thunder and lightning and and a full moon. Oh boy, it's gonna be so scary. You're gonna watch the movie.
I can't believe it. They treat me like I'm a little kid. Like I've never been home alone before. I've been home alone lots of times. Just never at night. Wonder what's on TV?
Look, Lenny, it's a full moon. Listen.
You better leave me now. Leave me at once.
I can't. I love you.
Don't you understand? I'm not myself anymore. I'm changing.
Lenny, what's happening to you?
A pack of Cub Scouts are missing near Yosemite. Bears were sighted in the vicinity.
A little cinnamon toast. That'll calm my nerves. A little cinnamon toast. There's nothing like a nice piece of cinnamon toast to calm your nerves. That's a nice piece of cinnamon toast. Yummy. How about some cinnamon? That would be good. Cinnamon. Wait a minute. My parents always drink this to calm their nerves. I mean, who's gonna know? Party time. Oh! Yeah! Oh! Oh, this stuff doesn't calm me down. It tastes like medicine. Oh, yeah. Bad idea, Kathy. Bad idea. What was that? Must have just been my imagination. Oh, I hope I'm not drunk or something. If I was then, I'm not now. Stopped. No more scratchy sound. What was I so worried about? Okay, that does it. Oh, I knew I should have changed that this morning. It's just a branch scratching against the window. It's just a branch scratching against the window. It's just a tree branch. It is just scratching against the window. What's that? Sounds like a smoke detector. Smoke detector? Oh no, there's a fire! A fire! It's not so bad down here.
All right, now we'll see who has the last laugh.
Bad idea, Kathy. Bad idea. Who's there? Answer me, or I'll do something that you won't like very much. I'll do something really. Wait a minute. Oh, that's me. That's me. Oh boy, I can't believe how stupid I was. Where's the phone? Okay,
911.
Help! There's a real emergency over here! Send help fast! Okay, great. Oh, my burn. I'll put some butter on. But butter's good for burns. Okay. Peanut butter. I wonder if that will work. What's this? I can't read the label. Maybe if I smell it. I don't know. Oh, no! Ketchup! Oh, I got ketchup all over my face. Well, that's just great. That's great. Now what? Flying saucers. They're coming to get me. What am I talking about? I'm being stupid. All aliens aren't bad. I mean, look at E.T. He was cute. On the other hand, who is it? I've been green
23rd Street. It's airport.
Whoa, it's all right. I'm a police officer.
I'm being chased by a man from Mars.
You're bleeding.
And he's carrying an axe. A laser axe, it must have been. I am? Where?
Head injury, Ernie. Here. Now to put direct pressure on the wound to stop the bleeding.
Oh, no.
Oh, come here.
Come on.
Come on, lie down.
No, I'm bleeding.
Good, lie down. There you go.
Oh, I'm bleeding.
Oh, wait a second.
What?
Ketchup?
Oh,
You put ketchup on your head?
I couldn't find the butter. Well, you see, I burned myself, and my mother always said that.
No, that's just an old wives' tale.
My mother isn't that old.
No, I meant that it's not a good idea to use butter or any other creams on burns. Cold water is the best, and no bandages or dressing.
Now, what's all this about a man from Mars? What?
He's in there.
What's he look like?
Well, he's wearing a space helmet, and he's carrying a big laser axe.
Laser axe, huh? Well, maybe I should go give it a little look-see. Tina, you stay here with the kid.
Here you go, being the hero again. This is just the sort of thing I was talking about.
Can we talk about that later? Okay, man from Mars, or whoever you are, come out with your hands in the air. That is if you have any hands.
Marty.
Well, small world, isn't it?
You know each other?
Oh, yeah. So, what are you doing here, Ernie?
Well, they weren't sure what kind of emergency it was, so they sent for everyone, and the kid hung up without giving us an address.
Well, it's a good thing the computers were able to trace it here.
Well, you're not mad, are you?
Oh, no, we never mind coming unless somebody's calling just for the fun of it.
But remember, always stay on the line and wait for the operator to ask the questions. And then don't hang up until the operator says that you can.
Well, I guess we better have a look at that kitchen fire, huh?
Fire? Holy smokes!
Your parents are very smart to have smoke alarms in the kitchen, but they should have some in the bedrooms, too.
There are.
Good. Now, do you know where the fire extinguisher is located?
We don't have one of those, but that's okay, because you can just throw water on a fire.
Not a grease fire, it'll just spread it.
Oh, I guess we better get one then. An extinguisher, I mean, not a grease fire.
That's right. But the most important thing to remember is leave the house.
Get out safely and fast.
And stay out. Get help.
And if there's any smoke in the house, crawl low for fresh air.
Yeah, I did that.
But you should have gotten out of the house before you dialed 911. The fire could trap you while you're on the phone.
Yeah, it could.
You know, there should be a pre-arranged meeting place as part of your family's escape plan.
Escape plan?
Sure, just make a game of it. How would you escape from your house if there were a fire?
That's easy. I go through the front door.
What if that's where the fire was?
I go through the back door.
And you know about stop, drop, and roll, right?
Stop, rock, and what?
No, it's stop, drop, and roll. That's what you do if you catch on fire.
Cover your face.
Stop what you're doing.
Drop to the floor.
And roll.
Yeah.
Roll. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Roll.
I think you got it. And right now, I want to tell you something that just may save your life. Sometime in the kitchen, you might touch a wire. You say to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm on fire.
While playing with matches, what you shouldn't do, and the whole pack goes off, sets fire to you. You better stop, you run around.
Drop.
Get down on the ground and
Roll.
Running around will just make things much worse. The fire will grow, might end up in a hearse.
don't panic or get scared, and you'll be okay. Just keep a cool head and hear what I say. You better stop, you run around.
Drop.
Get down on the ground and
Roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop. Drop, and roll, 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 roll.
That's better than aerobics.
Oh, you've been taking aerobics classes, huh?
Well, we go to the same health club.
Ah, I see.
So, kid, what's your name?
Kathy, what's yours?
I'm Marty. This is my friend Tina, and that's Ernie. He's a cop.
I'm a police officer. By the way, Kathy, I couldn't help but notice this open bottle of liquor.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that. You haven't been hitting the booze, have you, kid?
You're not gonna arrest me, are you?
No, Kathy, he won't arrest you.
I'm just gonna give you a warning this time. But when your parents aren't home to police you, you have to do it yourself. You have to be on your honor. Drugs and alcohol can affect your judgment.
And make you sick.
So when you're left in charge, stay straight so you can be prepared for anything that can happen.
Right. You know, fires can be pretty scary, but if you have a plan and you're prepared, there's a lot less to be afraid of. The most important thing is get out of a burning house. And always remember, possessions and toys are just things. There's only one you.
Well, unless you're a clone.
Well, all right. I guess I better be getting back to the old firehouse.
Wait a second, Marty. What you said about fire safety is all fine and good, but there's a little more that Kathy should know about.
Well, like what?
Well, like basic first aid for starters. Come here, Kathy, let me show you something.
Okay.
Listen, if you got an old game of checkers to play back at the firehouse or feed the Dalmatian or something, feel free to do so, okay?
Tina, what the heck is going on?
I was just showing Kathy what to do if you find someone lying down and not moving. But come here, Marty, you can help me show her.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Ernie.
You're welcome, Tina.
Let's just get on with it, okay?
The first thing is to always stay calm. Stop, take a deep breath, and think. If you think someone needs help, try to talk to him. If he doesn't answer, tap him and shout, "Hey, mister, wake up!"
I'm awake, I'm awake.
If he still doesn't respond, get help. Call 911, say this is an emergency phone call.
And stay on the phone until you can tell them where to go.
Right, Kathy. You know, sometimes people get so rattled in an emergency they forget their telephone number and address. That's why it's a good idea to keep a piece of paper next to the phone with emergency numbers as well as your home telephone number and address. Also, what to say to the 911 operator in case of an emergency.
And what other numbers should be on it?
Well, 911 should be on the top of the list, followed by your parents' numbers and a neighbor's number in case you can't reach your folks.
By the way, Kathy, I was just wondering what caused the fuse to blow. Any idea?
No, I don't know. Unless
What?
maybe it had something to do with I stuck a fork in the toaster.
One more time.
I stuck a fork in the toaster. I was trying to get some toast
Without
out.
unplugging it first? Oh, Kathy.
Kathy, you are lucky to be alive.
It was just a little fork. It was just a salad fork, I think.
Electricity can be very dangerous, especially around water. Now, you never plug in a hairdryer or a radio next to a sink or tub.
And no wire cords under the rugs.
And if someone gets an electrical shock, don't touch him until the electricity's been turned off. Pull the plug, then call 911.
Well, I guess that's where I came in. I mean, I guess that's where you came in.
Well, I guess we better shove off. Right, Tina?
Yeah, I could give you a ride in the old squad car, Tina, if you like.
No, thank you, Ernie. She'd rather ride with me on the old hook and ladder.
So long, Kathy. I'm glad we could be of help.
Thank you very much. I'm fine now. Everything's under control. Really?
Okay.
Really. Bye. Thanks
right.
for coming.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not afraid anymore. I know what to do. There. Well, I think I'll make some cinnamon toast. What could that be? I told my folks I wouldn't let anybody in. Of course, I didn't say I wouldn't talk to anybody. There's nobody home!
Is this the Tudor residence?
Yes, it is. Who's there?
You just won the big jackpot!
lottery? $28 million? I can't believe it. I didn't even buy a ticket.
Well, here's the check right here in my hand. Open the door and I'll give it to you.
Wait a minute. I'm not supposed to let anybody in. Can you slip it under the door?
Well, it's a pretty big check. But don't worry, you can let me in. Your folks said it was all right.
You know my folks? What's their name?
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Tudor, of course.
Of course.
If I could arrest people for being stupid, you would get a life sentence.
Ernie, this is exactly the sort of thing you do that drives me crazy.
The kids' folks tell her never to let strangers into the house.
Too.
And all it takes is $28 million?
Hey, lighten
Fun
up,
drive,
Ernie.
go,
She
go,
knew it
go.
was you.
You knew it was me? You see? You never, I repeat, never let strangers in the house when your folks aren't home, no matter what they offer you.
But how did you know our names?
It's on the mailbox. Now, what would happen, say, if somebody had a flat tire and they wanted to come in and use the phone?
I'd say, I am sorry, but they cannot come in.
Great, Kathy. Way to go.
So, do I pass the test?
No. You only passed mine. Now, I'm just going to ask you.
Hey, good idea, Ernie. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
This first one is a multiple choice.
Oh, good. I like that.
If I catch on fire, I should A, shake, rattle, and roll.
A. Shake, rattle, and roll.
B, stomp, drip, and bowl. Or C, stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, stop, stop. Drop, drop, drop.
Roll.
And roll.
That's easy. B. Stop, drip, and bowl.
No.
Just kidding. C. Stop, drop, and roll. Next question, Marty.
All right, now, this is the big one, Kathy.
Okay.
What do you do if the smoke alarms in your house go off?
You should, get out of the house right away and, dial 911 and, stay on the phone and give your address and don't hang up until they tell you you can.
Very good. And what if your house is full of smoke?
You should crawl down low and breathe fresh air.
Very good, Kathy. That's exactly right.
I learned that one the hard way.
But those are the lessons that you never forget.
Your turn, Tina.
Kathy, how do you treat a burn?
No butter.
Or ketchup?
You run it under cold water.
Right. Okay, here's number 2. How do you stop bleeding?
By not starting?
Kathy?
I don't remember. I hate blood.
Blood is nothing to be afraid of. It's bright red, so we can notice it right away and get help. But the best way to stop bleeding is direct pressure on the wound.
But what about nosebleeds? I get those.
Just lean forward and squeeze the soft part of your nose with your thumb and finger for at least 5 minutes.
Oh, and no ice or anything?
No, just a little squeeze. But the most important thing is to
Stay calm.
All right, I guess you all passed.
You passed with flying colors. I'm sure this house now is in very capable hands.
Whose?
Yours, Kathy.
Tina, how about a cup of coffee?
Sorry, Ernie, but Tina's having pie and coffee with me.
Well, she can have pie a la mode with me.
Well, let me ask you boys a question. Do either of you know the Heimlich maneuver?
Of course.
I don't know how.
Kathy, here's how you do it. If someone is choking and can't talk, grab them across the stomach, right below the ribs like this, and squeeze sharply and hard.
Like this?
Okay, Ernie, I believe I'd like to try that.
No, boys.
Well, now that we all know the Heimlich maneuver, what do you say we go out and get that piece of hot apple pie?
Hot apple pie with melting cheese.
Can't, guys. My boyfriend's picking me up. We have a date. Bye.
Date?
Tina? Tina?
Bye, guys.
Tina?
I wonder what's on TV. Who is it?
I got a flat tire and I need to use your phone.
Is that you, Ernie? You tried that one already.
My name's not Ernie.
Well, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to try next door.
I'm a friend of your folks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's try next door.
See, I told you everything would be fine. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, there was that guy with the hockey mask, and there was also the werewolf and the creature from the Black Lagoon was there too. He was in the back with in the bushes with the face and the gills. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, it was scary, but Kathy, she sure outsmarted them, didn't she? Oh, yes, kids, it could be a real jungle out there, but if you know what you're doing, you could be a Tarzan or a Jane or a cheetah. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Oh, 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 oh. Bye, kids. Oh, oh, and stay safe.
Kid Safe the video has been brought to you by the makers of Triaminic cough and cold products. Because the more your children know, the safer they'll be. The mission of the American Academy of Pediatrics is to ensure the health and well-being of all infants, children, adolescents, and young adults.
You have been reported for keeping my sweet Tina away from me. GLOOMTUBE chat is full of useless love.
Come on in. Hi, guys. Welcome to Space Mission Bible Camp. Everything's inside. You're going to find your outfits right to the right, and the cafe is to the left.
Wow, this is really exciting. Here I am at Space Mission Bible Camp to learn all about space travel. I sure hope I get to meet an astronaut, too. Space shuttle launch admittance. Chatter.
Welcome. Well, hi there, little fella.
Hi.
You look a little lost.
Well, actually, I'm a little hungry.
The Space Cafe is right inside and to your left.
Thanks. smells something pretty yummy.
Advancement in the space program. Specially fabricated ceramic tiles make up the heat shield, which protects the shuttle upon re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. These tiles can be heated up to 3,000 degrees without damage to the hull of the shuttle.
Slower re-entry speeds will be attainable with new technologies. And slower re-entry means less heat. And my cinnamon toast heat shields will replace the older ceramic heat shield technology. Now, watch as I demonstrate. The reduced heat of the blowtorch represents slower re-entry speeds. Pre-prepared bread panels coated with butter, sugar, and cinnamon will protect the shuttle.
Sorry.
Heat builds upon re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere.
This cinnamon toast is good, but it needs Space Jam.
Delicious topping surrounding the continually browning toast until we have cinnamon toast. Samples are gone.
Oops. I'm sorry.
You!
Fuck niggars, fuck niggars, fuck niggars, fuck niggars, fuck niggars, fuck niggars, fuck J. O-O-O-O-Z-Z-Z.
More experiments.
Manned maneuvering unit. Wow! Boy, that looks fun.
Hey, I didn't know chipmunks could attend the Space Mission Bible Camp. Cool! Yeah, I'm Brian, and this is Lisa. How you doing, Chatter the Chipmunk?
Fine and dandy, thank you. Hey, this is neat. What's it called?
MMU, or we call it the Flying Chair.
So, Chatter Chipmunk, would you like to give it a try?
Yes.
Hop on up.
Aha! Rodent. Target identified. Ha ha ha!
I think she knows who put the sign on her back. Let's get out of here. Come on.
They say get rid of all the pests. I will do good job for camp. Now, where is that big rodent?
On a space mission because I see stars.
Can I lend you a hand?
I already have 2 furry paws.
No, I mean, do you need some help?
Thanks, I think I do. I'm Chatter. Hey, you look kind of familiar.
I'm just the janitor. Let me try to work this. This is fast, this is slow, and you pull down both of these to stop.
Jake Armstrong, please come to mission control immediately.
That's me. I gotta go. See you later, Chatter.
Now, which one did he say? Whoops, wrong one! That's what I call a crash landing.
Have you seen big pesky rodent?
I am Professor Dougal, and this is my scientific research lab, and I would like to be left alone.
And what is that?
This room contains my experiments. Now, go!
Thanks, Professor Dougal. I guess chipmunks and Velcro don't mix, or else I'm having a bad fur day. You're awful kind to help me out after I ruined your presentation. I didn't mean to, you know.
No, that's okay. I understand. I can always come up with new experiments. But you, Mr. Chipmunk, you had better leave before the exterminator finds out. And don't worry, I'll return the chair to the MMU room.
Okay.
Remember to always separate
See you
your
later,
dark love
Professor
from the
Dougal.
whites when doing laundry.
I sure hope that old exterminator's gone.
It's okay to be white. It's not okay to be a dirty, smelly, useless nigger. And watch out for the juice.
I got you!
I'm out of here. Oh no! The exterminator has my pass to the space shuttle launch. What am I gonna do now?
My goodness, Chatter, whatever is the matter?
That mean old exterminator thinks I'm a pest she has to get rid of. What am I gonna do?
Well, you know, God helps us be kind. Maybe you need to try a little kindness with her. Remember the story in the Bible about Joseph and his brothers, and how Joseph showed kindness to them when they never expected it?
That's sort of like just what happened a few minutes ago. Professor Dougal was kind to me when he didn't have to be.
That's right. Think you can try that with the exterminator?
I don't know. She's awful big and awful mean.
Give it a try. Remember, God and his son Jesus are always there to help us.
Bye, Nikki.
Listen, I don't need your help, Ryan. I can win the science fair on my own, thank you.
Oh, sure. My space food dehydrator is gonna make your bubble rocket look like it's a baby's toy.
I think I'll give Nikki's advice a try. These two are forgetting about kindness. What's the matter? I thought you two were friends.
Oh, no. Mr. Know-It-All thinks my bubble power rocket designed to release extra oxygen into the air of space vehicle as it soaks up the carbon dioxide doesn't stand a chance with silly food dehydrator.
Silly! I'll have you know that my invention will turn ordinary food into a convenient food stick that astronauts will be clamoring to take on missions with them.
Ha!
Lisa, Brian, why are you arguing? You both have really terrific inventions, and you should be supporting each other instead of fighting. Good friends, don't let jealousy and envy get in the way. Remember, the best way to be successful yourself is to help others. Let's see if the campers in the anti-gravity room agree.
Tear each other down.
So, what do you think? Pretty good idea?
Sure.
Jesus is my
Did you
rocket.
see that
Go, Jesus, go.
anti-gravity room? How do I get there? What's that?
What's waiting on the other side of that door? Will the exterminator turn chatter into chipmunk chowder? Find out on the next segment of Chatter's Space Mission Adventure.
Hi, Dr. Davidson. Need some help?
No, I think I'll just put this stuff right over here.
That's good.
Hello there, Lisa. Who's your friend?
This is Chatter Chipmunk. Chatter, this is Dr. Jan Davidson, one of NASA's top engineers.
Nice to meet you, Doc. What's all that funny-looking stuff?
Well, that's some equipment for my new research. In fact, I should hear today about the grant I applied for.
What's a grant?
Jesus is my rocket.
Well, a grant is
Go,
money
Jesus,
given to
go.
finance research projects. You know, pay for everything we need to do our work, like this equipment. So how are your science fair projects coming?
Okay, I guess. But I have a few problems to work out, though. Me too.
I'll bet Jake Armstrong could help you. He's a former astronaut, you know.
I knew he looked familiar. How come he's a janitor now?
Well, that, Mr. Chipmunk, you need to ask Jake. Now, why don't you two fire up your inventions so I can see what your problems are?
I just need to tighten a few screws and adjust the oxygen release valves. And perhaps if I added a bit more neutralizer and turned up the speed of the chemical activator.
Gee, Brian, your space food smells like nothing else in this world.
Gee whiz, Brian! You invented a stink bomb! It's sure making a lot of bubbles. Why are we talking funny? Well, the bubbles are releasing helium instead of oxygen. Quick, after it!
Hi there. How you doing?
Well, what have we here?
Your new furry friend?
Or maybe rodent trying to sweet-talk exterminator.
No, I'm serious. Can't we be friends?
Jesus gang, Jesus gang, Jesus gang, Jesus gang. Spend 10 racks on a new Bible.
Oh, this kind of stuff is a lot harder than it sounds. Phew, that was a close one. What's the matter, Dr. Davidson? You look like you just got some bad news.
I just found out I was not awarded the grant. The money, you know, for my research.
Oh, Dr. Davidson, that's just awful. I'm so sorry. Don't you feel terrible?
No, not at all. I mean, there will be other grants. And I have too many things to be thankful for to be upset about this little setback. Everything will work out.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I have a little secret.
What's that?
Faith. Now, why don't you go try out the anti-gravity room? It's just down the hall.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do that. Thanks, Dr. Davidson. A peanut. Oh. And another. And another. Oh, boy. Oh, help! 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 I'm stuck. Help! 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 Oh, help! 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 Phew. Thanks for rescuing me.
It's no problem, Chatter. Hey, the anti-gravity room is right in there. Have fun.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask. Where'd he go?
Well, hi there, Chatter. Come to see what it's like to float in space?
You betcha. Wow, I'm starting to float. Whoa! Wow, this is beautiful.
It sure is.
Know what kind of stars wear sunglasses?
What kind?
Movie stars.
Something wrong?
Oh, I was just thinking about how Dr. Davidson didn't seem upset about not getting her research grant. I'd be pretty bummed out if it happened to me.
Well, there are lots of things in our lives to be thankful for, even when we're faced with disappointments. Remember the Bible story about Hannah? She was so thankful that God gave her a baby. God helps us be thankful too, even when we don't feel like it.
I guess you're right.
Well, I've got things to do. Don't drift away up here.
Chatter Chipmunk, please come to spacesuit storage room immediately.
Oh, boy. I hope I get a spacesuit. Spacesuit storage room. Chatter, it's time to suit up. Oh, boy. I get to see what it's like to be an astronaut.
What sneaky new trick does the exterminator have up her sleeve? And will Chatter find a way to stay out of her clutches? Find out on the next segment of Chatter's Space Mission Adventure.
Help! Somebody help! 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 Somebody help!
On guard!
Go get her, Jake! That's
Marvin. I was high school fencing champion 2 times.
Oh, yeah? Well, I was floor mopping champion 3 times.
Mopping? What has that got to do with this?
This. Worked, didn't it?
Finally. Wow, Jake, you were terrific. I bet you were a really awesome astronaut.
No, I wasn't, Chatter. Our mission was to dock the shuttle. When the retro engines fired, there were flames everywhere. And I panicked. And I ruined the mission. Right after that, I quit the space program.
But Jake...
Run, Chatter, I'll block for you.
With what?
Thanks, Gloom, for the stream. My wife's son loves your stream. He just got back from the synagogue.
Not another crash landing. Yeah!
Yow! Well, my goodness, you're a talking chipmunk.
I'm Chatter Chipmunk.
Well, I'm Emma.
What you doing?
Oh, I'm just looking through all of this rubbish to see if I can find a big piece of cardboard or plastic to cover myself with tonight. It looks like rain.
Oh, don't you have a home, Emma?
Well, of course I have a home. It's just a little bit different than most people's. Why, I have a beautiful blue ceiling and millions of beautiful night lights when it gets dark.
Yes.
Why, I have as many clothes as I can wear. I even have a special friend that I take with me wherever I go.
You do?
Yes. This is Phil. Even though I may not have a home every night, I always make sure that Phil is warm and comfortable.
Gee, those sunflower seeds look mighty tasty.
Oh, here you go, Chatter. Even though we may not have much, we're always happy to share.
Thanks, Emma. You're making me feel better. Well, I better be going.
Goodbye, Chatter.
Thanks, Emma. What you doing?
Taking all the stuff to the trash where it belongs.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm giving it up. The science fair is all yours.
I'm giving up too. What'd you do? Sneak in and ruin my bubble rocket in the middle of the night?
What? You're the one who probably came in and sabotaged my food dehydrator.
Well, of all the...
Lisa, Brian, why on earth are you two still fighting?
It's all her fault.
No, it's all your fault.
I don't think it's anyone's fault. If you two would work together, you might be surprised how much you can accomplish.
Nikki's right, kids. You know, I may have a solution to your problems, both of them. But you're gonna have to cooperate and work together as friends.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
I have a plan. Let's go to the lab and I'll show you what we can do.
So, Chatter, What do you think of Space Mission Bible Camp so far?
It's great, except for the crash landings.
What do you mean?
Well, I was trying to get away from the exterminator and fell into a box of trash, but the nicest lady helped me.
Really?
Yeah, her name's Emma. I guess she doesn't have a home. Well, a home like you and me. But she's happy anyway. She even shared what little food she had with me. Wonder why she did that.
Well, you know, Chatter, sometimes it's people who are always willing to help others that seem to be the happiest.
That sounds kind of hard to do.
Sometimes it is. But God helps us be helpful. Think about the story in the Bible when the little boy helped Jesus feed all those people with only 5 loaves and fishes.
That was really something.
Yes, and with God's help, those loaves and fishes made a lot of people happy. Well, I've got to go. Watch out for those crash landings.
Okie dokie.
See you later.
See you later.
All over for Chatter? Does the exterminator finally have him where she wants him? Find out on the next segment of Chatter's Space Mission Adventure.
Huh?
Well, this will work perfect for my intergalactic particle catcher.
Hey, come back here. Give me that.
Phew, I'm out of here. Woo! Spaceport Theater. Maybe that old exterminator won't find me there.
Took man soaring above the surface of the moon, away from Earth, but always looking back on it. These divided thoughts, the moon, the Earth, run through the Apollo program, a sort of theme.
Oh.
They went there flying in their graceful machine.
What's wrong, Chatter? You look sad.
Oh, it's just hopeless, Nikki. I'm never gonna figure out how to outsmart that old exterminator. And I'm never going to get to see a real space shuttle launch.
Chatter, sometimes our lives are just like a space mission.
What do you mean?
Well, there were lots of problems getting the space program off the ground. Lots of failures. We have to learn to have faith in Jesus, even when things look pretty hopeless. If the people in the space program gave up every time there was a problem, we would never have gotten to the moon.
You know, Jesus is kind of like our booster rocket, sending us on a mission of love by helping us to be kind and thankful and helpful.
And when we believe in Jesus, it's that much easier to reach the stars. God helps us believe in Jesus.
Chatter, Nikki, we just found the solutions to our problem on our inventions. We're on our way to try it out. Want to see?
You bet.
Wouldn't miss it.
Wait! I can't do it. What if we fail again?
Brian, all great inventions are the result of many, many failures. And even if your invention isn't successful, you've learned a valuable lesson. Working together as a team, being kind to one another, and you gotta have faith. In the Bible, doubting Thomas thought Jesus had been a failure, and then he realized that Jesus had risen from the dead, and that he was telling the truth when he said he died for our sins.
And you know what? If I'd given up all those times the exterminator was after me, I'd be a goner for sure by now.
Okay.
They're right. I need to have faith in God and in myself.
Here, Chatter. Try one.
This is delicious.
Hey, we're all talking normally, too. It's releasing oxygen instead of helium, just like it's supposed to.
This is fun. Hey, do you know what a chipmunk from outer space eats?
No, what do chipmunks from outer space eat?
Astronauts.
Everyone has a friend but me.
Boy, I sure am glad that old exterminator isn't here to spoil our fun.
I'll get rid of that pesky rodent once and for all. He'll be sorry he made fun of me.
It's now or never for Chatter to complete his mission. Will he make it? Or will the exterminator foil his chances forever? Find out on the next segment of Chatter's Space Mission Adventure.
Attention, the space shuttle launch will begin in 30 minutes. All those with passes, please proceed to mission control.
Let's go. What am I gonna do? I don't have a launch pass. Hey, get me out of here. I want to see the launch.
Don't worry, rodent. You won't be disappointed. Here you go, rodent. I'm going to admit you to your very own space launch.
They're doing final checks right now. Computers, tracking systems, weather. And if anything at all isn't working properly, they will reschedule the launch.
This is so exciting. But I wish Chatter could be here.
Yeah, it's just not the same without him around.
Hello? Yes? Okay, thank you. Goodbye. This is wonderful news.
What is it, Dr. Davidson?
Well, I've just been offered a job conducting experiments at a new lab. In space. Yes! Wow! Yes, yes. This is a dream come true for me. And you know, if I'd gotten that research grant, I wouldn't be able to accept this fabulous job.
Oh my gosh, look, it's Chatter! Quick, we have to do something. When the fuse ignites the rocket, Chatter will end up a real crispy critter.
Look, it's Jake.
Oh no, Jake's not gonna save him.
I have faith in Jake. He'll make the right decision.
I need to have faith in God and in myself.
You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith.
Jake! Hurry, Jake! The fuse! The fuse! Hurry, Jake! Yes! Boy, is she gonna get it now. And it's about time. Danger.
We gotta hurry, Chatter. That rocket ignites and we're toast.
Well, you know, God helps us be kind. Maybe you need to try a little kindness. Sometimes it's people who are always willing to help others that seem to be the happiest.
Jake, the exterminator's in trouble. We really gotta help him.
Okay.
Phew.
Thank you for helping me. But why did you risk your life when I was so mean to you?
That's what God's love is all about. Helping others, being kind, and helping us to have faith. Right, Jake?
You're sure right about that, Chatter. God helps us to be faithful.
I only wanted to do a good job. I thought you was a bad rodent. You a good chipmunk.
Hey, are you okay, Chatter? That was close.
Yeah, you gave us quite a scare.
Jake, that was one of the bravest things I've ever seen. Are you ready to rejoin the space program? We need people like you.
You bet.
Here, I hope you will forgive me.
Yeah, and we're sorry too.
For putting that sign on your back.
That's okay.
Well, sure, I'll forgive you. But you know what? I don't think I need this anymore, because I've got as close to a launch pad as I ever want to be.
Welcome to the Microsoft Windows 95 Video Guide. This unique program will help teach you how to use many of the most important features of the new Windows 95 operating system. Our guide is separated into 3 sections. In Section 1, you'll get more than a few laughs as we present the world's first cyber sitcom, starring 2 of television's hottest comedy personalities, Jennifer Aniston and Matthew Perry. They'll be taking you on an adventure in computing that takes place in the office of Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates. Along the way, they meet a wacky bunch of propeller heads and are introduced to the top 25 features of Windows 95. The pace is fast and funny, but don't worry if you miss anything. In Section 2, we'll take you on a step-by-step review of all the Windows 95 components demonstrated in Section 1. In just about 15 minutes, you'll get a close-up view of how to work in the new Windows 95 environment, and will become familiar with the speed, power, ease, and compatibility of Windows 95. Finally, in our 3rd section, Microsoft answers the 20 most asked questions about Windows 95. So get ready for a few laughs and some great information. First up, the world's first cyber sitcom.
So I told her, I'm not made of money. You pay for the band. Your son's getting my daughter, and for pretty cheap, too, I might add.
Microsoft's 5th floor. Ladies' modems, children's shareware, and our bridal peripheral salon.
Wow. Taskbars and email and shortcuts, oh my.
Taskbars and email and shortcuts, oh my. Taskbars and email and shortcuts, oh my. Taskbars and email and shortcuts, oh my.
Well, yeah.
The Wicked Witch of Windows 95.
Okay, Myra, I'll get back to you, darling. All right, bye-bye. I heard that, and you are?
This is Jennifer Aniston. I'm Matthew Perry. We're here to see Mr. Bill Gates about a possible starring role in the video guide to Microsoft Windows 95.
He's out right now, honey, but you can wait in his office.
Out?
Out? Out! But in his absence, he asked me, his loyal assistant, Bernice Keppelman, to act as host and give you a peek under the hood at Windows 95. I was very involved in the project, you know.
You?
Well, I kept asking the boss to clean up his windows, you know, update, redecorate, cleaner views. He took my advice. Of course, I was talking about the windows in his office, and he was talking about the other windows. You know, the operating system with tens of millions of users. Clapping.
Oh, we thought it was customary maybe to clap when entering Mr. Gates' office.
It was just turning the lights on.
So, this is where the magic happens, huh? The ground zero personal computing. The nerve center of the world's biggest software company. I mean, the atmosphere resonates with anticipation of mythical achievement.
Mythical achievement right now would be an unchewed number 2 pencil.
Honey, we'll nosh soon, but if you want the job, spend some time looking at Windows 95. What do you know about the system?
Well, I dabble with the old Windows a little bit.
And you?
Oh, I'm still mastering Pong.
Sweetie, why don't you sit in at Bill's terminal?
Okay, so this is Bill Gates' computer. I mean, that is like using Wayne Gretzky's hockey stick, you know?
Huh. Oddly enough, none of it seems to rub off.
Look, I meant for her to sit at the keyboard for a reason. Windows 95 is goof-proof.
We might have to mount a legal challenge, you know?
Naturally, Bill's already installed Windows 95 and is booted up. Just hit any key, and you'll see it right behind the screensaver.
Any key? So I could basically fall on this thing and it would get started?
Yeah, but don't, okay?
Oh, pretty.
Oh, and no messy DOS buildup.
What is this, a paper towel commercial? There are 4 things you ought to know about Windows 95. It's easier, it's faster, it's more powerful, and it's got great compatibility. Now, point the mouse at the start button, bottom left, and click.
Oh, look, Maddie, I'm computing. Okay, now what's that button?
Don't touch that. Whatever you do, stay away from that button.
Or you'll go blind?
Worse, way worse. Now, getting back to the menu. It's the best I've seen since they closed Lindy's in New York. From the top, you've got programs, which, with a little drag on the mouse, cascades into a submenu that allows you to quickly launch many of your programs. This replaces Program Manager in the old Windows. It's way better.
Well, what happens when you, like, had the old Windows and then installed Windows 95?
That's a good question, honey.
Okay, and where's the button that instantly kills anybody that calls me honey?
When you upgrade from Windows 3.1, old program manager groups are transferred automatically to this menu.
Oh, well, that's easier than changing dry cleaners. I mean, you know, you always leave something behind.
Now, below that is your Documents menu, which contains your recently used documents.
So that means you can get back to work on a file faster.
Precisely. Now, Settings gets you to the new improved control panel, your Printers folder, and allows you to customize the taskbar. The Find feature is all new on Windows 95. It's a fast way to find files or folders. Help is right there at your fingertips, and Run allows you to start up any program with a command. Finally, Shutdown provides easy and safe shutdown and restart. Okay, now let's load up the taskbar. I'll show you what it does.
Taskbar? Is that anything like a Snickers bar? Does that have nougat?
What is nougat? Does anybody know that?
I saw that Mr. G had his personal 5-year projection in Excel, our top-selling spreadsheet software, in the document menu.
The Microsoft game plan.
No, his golf game genius. He's trying to break 80 by the end of the decade. Now, Jen, open that Excel plan right off the Documents menu. Okay. Now, let's use the new Max and Min feature in the upper right side of the window to minimize this document.
Yeah, and there's also an X.
Well, the X will allow you to close any program or document, but we want to keep the plan file on the taskbar, so we just minimize. Okay, click on the little notch. The taskbar keeps as many active windows at your fingertips as you want. I'll show you. Now, let's get into my computer.
Your computer?
No, Bill's my computer.
I thought Bill was your boss.
Okay, before this becomes a classic and hideous vaudeville routine, let's move on.
Okay. The My Computer feature, new to Windows 95, allows you to manage stuff on your computer like files and folders. Let's open it up. Now, click on the hard drive. Now, open the folder called Bill's Poetry Workshop.
Oh, let's open the Word file called Ode to Christmas.
Very good.
There's only one line.
Well, why don't we write something to the boss? Let's make a copy we can work on. Jen, close it. Go back to the Edit menu and drag it down to Copy. Then paste.
Oh, this is so trippy.
Yes, I think that's the word Bill would use to describe the result of several 100,000 man-hours of R&D.
All right, so how do we finish this poem?
I got an idea. Come on, let me. Just something I'm kind of, you know, fooling around with.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the warehouse, not a single piece of Microsoft merchandise was stirring, not even a mouse. Oh, please.
I know. It gets me, too.
Okay, short fellow, let's close that file. Now, click on the icon, then click on the name. This allows you to rename the file. Let's rename it, We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
I like it.
I don't.
There's something you will like. You know what it is?
I know.
Brown noser.
That name is longer than 8.3 characters.
You know, for a lot of people, this feature alone is worth the price of admission to Windows 95. No more personal codes. Just name your files and folders any way you like.
You know, I remember losing entire essays in college because I couldn't remember their file names. You know, I just zoned out.
I've lost entire relationships that same way.
Really?
Oh, you don't want to go there.
With Windows 95, you can use file names of up to 250 characters. Now, do we really want to leave that poem for Bill? I think we'll just delete it.
Okay, go ahead. Destroy my art, my vision. It's my vision. You're destroying it. Did I mention that it's my vision?
Oh, relax, Jen. Check out the recycle bin over there on the desktop. See? It's there in the recycle bin. You can delete it, leave it there for future considerations, or you can immediately get it back by doing undo delete.
Okay, so the recycle bin is like an enabler for the indecisive?
And undo is the way we were of computing?
When she brushes his bangs at the end.
Oh.
Okay, excuse me. Man in the room. No Streisand. We talked about that.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, check out all the stuff we've loaded onto the taskbar. Bill's golf plan in Excel. Recycle bin. my computer. Now, just click on any of these buttons.
So then the taskbar allows you to switch back and forth between windows.
Told you I could teach anybody Windows 95.
Well, don't start handing out diplomas just yet.
Let me show you what multitasking is. First, I'm going to play a sound clip. Then, I'm going to search for all the documents that contain the word retirement.
What are the odds of finding that word in this guy's office? He's got meetings booked into his next life.
Finally, I'll copy Bill's journals for the last 10 years to a new file folder. This is multitasking. See, everything is happening at the same time. Are you with me?
In a Bert and Ernie kind of way. Ah! Oh, gosh, who's that?
I don't know, but could he be any larger?
It's Boris, the window washer.
Well, what's he saying?
Windows. He knows. Oh, I know Windows. Oh!
Boris is the true Windows expert at Microsoft.
My God. He is a large, large man.
That man must be on a plank of steel.
Well, Boris is also an expert at drive-through windows.
Oh, all right. Now, remember when I said I was hungry? That hasn't changed.
Oh, well, you know, Bill owes us lunch. What do you feel like?
Chinese?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm in the mood for any of the eases.
Well, how about some of the Ians, like Italian, Indian, Tunisian?
Okay, it's Chinese already. We've got the menu right up there. Let's close those programs and minimize Bill's hard drive. Now, go to the Documents menu and open up the file Chinese food. Bill must have used it recently.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just check off some selections here. Cashew chicken, Szechuan beef, and mushu pork.
You know what's interesting about mushu? If I could just take a second, it's very good only when it's together, because mu, you know, not good, and shu, that doesn't taste good at all, but mushu together, that's an afternoon delight. A top-notch food experience.
You okay there, mushu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you fax it on through to the restaurant?
You can fax through a computer.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's fax software built right in there. Why don't you guys find out for yourselves? This is where the help menu comes in handy.
All right, then. It's either the help menu or 911.
Why don't we put that Chinese menu on the taskbar and open up help?
Okay, let me do it.
All right, eager.
Okay. So, help appears to be configured like find with 3 different options. So you got your contents, which look like a table of contents, your index, which lists topics alphabetically, and your find, which is a full text search. So I guess we just punch in the word fax, right? Yes, we are that lazy. Okay, look, here's how you do it. So program menu, accessories, fax, compose new fax. So first we'll type in the name and the fax number. Then we'll use Bill's cover sheet, ensure a slightly better service, you know. And then we'll attach our Chinese menu. And then finish. And it's gone.
Not bad for a rookie.
Windows, I know about Windows. Hey, Boris is in the house. How's that for hip Hollywood talk, huh? I love you guys. You guys are so cool, man. How about a complimentary squeegee?
No thanks, we just ordered Chinese.
Boris, they're here to talk to Bill about working on a video for Windows 95. Now, I've been ramping them up, but maybe you could, like...
You want me to show them plug and play? Oh, my pleasure, Bernice, baby. Huh?
Plug and play. Now, what is that, some kind of hair replacement for kids?
No, it's major new feature that makes installing printers, modems, sound cards, and other new hardware a snap. I have here Hewlett-Packard LaserJet 4L. I'm going to shut down the computer like so. Power up the printer. Stick in the printer cable. And then power up. watch screen.
Look out.
Well, we don't have any CDs or flappies.
I believe that's called floppies.
That's what I said.
No, you said flappies.
I did not.
Okay, you were there. You heard her say flappies, so I'm not crazy.
I never leave home without it. A quick insert, and Windows 95, having recognized the printer, will copy the drivers off the CD onto the hard disk.
So you mean I can plug and play every printer in the world?
No, for older hardware, legacy hardware we call it, you install a printer yourself.
Oh, so that means we have to use that very confusing control panel icon like on old Windows?
No, now we have Printer Installation Wizard.
Well, that's more inspiring than Printer Installation Ogre, I guess.
We just double-click Add Printer into the printer folder. Look at screen. On the left, we have manufacturer's listing. On the right, we have models.
Oh, getting it, getting it.
Click on manufacturer, and we see all the models. Once we have a match, we click next.
Okay, losing it, losing it.
All we do is follow the dialog boxes in the wizard.
Okay, getting it back, getting it back.
Truly impressive.
For that, Boris, you can stay and have a bite with us.
Lunch. Ooh, I think I love you.
Mail's here. Hello, Boris. Hello, Ms. Kappelman. The mail is here.
Hey, Chipster. Even the mailroom guys look like Gates. Preppy pond people.
Hey, the Chipster at Microsoft.com. The Chipster at Microsoft.com.
You know, I think you're onto something.
The Chipster here is responsible for some of the communications features of Windows 95.
So, you want to take a little backlit drive through the roads of the Microsoft network? I'll keep both hands on the keyboard, I promise.
Smooth, very smooth.
Thanks.
But I think I'm gonna have to go with no.
Listen to what we say in advertising. Where do you want to go today? Think of Windows 95 and me as the vehicle to get you there.
Okay, Chipster, here's a little tip. I love a man who gives up easy.
Communicating online is the hot thing right now, and the Microsoft network is your on-ramp to the information superhighway. It offers everything from shopping to discussion with other people in areas like finance, sports, hobbies, books, and movies.
So it's kind of like issue-specific party lines?
Is she naive or what?
No, couldn't have said it better myself.
Would you like a side of bacon with the egg on your face?
All right, let's click on the MSN icon. I'll log on with my name and password. Now we're dialing. The network is especially important for Windows 95 users because it'll have software support forums running all the time. Okay, the choices on screen include MSN Today, email, and favorite places.
Hey, why don't we send some email over the internet to my buddy Tim? He'd freak if he knew we were here.
Oh, no, not that guy in the grunge band.
Grunge, excuse me, it's alternative heavy metal vinyl redux. Hello?
Cool.
Okay, they record on the Harsh label. I think I know his internet email address, tim@harsh.com.
Okay, let's type his name on the to line. Then we'll come up with a message.
Well, let's invite him over.
Okay. It's Bill Gates' office, not a rave party.
Hey, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Okay, Tim, we are hanging out in Bill Gates' office. Why don't you come over, bring the new CD and video, and then just hit the send icon and away it goes.
Absolutely. Now that we've done that, let's explore the Microsoft network.
Okay, sports, let's download some Ukrainian hockey cards or hook up with some college football fans.
Jennifer, do you like cats?
No.
Oh, then you're gonna love this.
Did I just say that? Oh, look, and there's the pets area.
I see where this is going. Stop him, please.
The scratching post.
Pull the plug. Is there anybody in charge here?
God, oh boy, an entire gallery of cats owners' photos.
Do they have an audio tour with this?
Let's look at buttons. Oh, poo-poo.
Oh, now you've lost any chance you might have ever had.
Hey, the Peking duck wagon is coming.
Jen, your food's here. You're saved.
I don't think I'm really hungry anymore.
20 minutes ago, we were ready to throw you a telethon. Now you're not hungry?
Hey, yeah, it's Jeff Lee.
Listen, pal, the Steven Seagal fan club is down the hall.
I'm getting Southern California. I guess you are here for some Windows 95 interface therapy.
No, I don't think my HMO covers that.
Hey, listen to the man. He's got a Zen spin on Windows 95.
Look at our menu. Column A always complements column B. Protein on the right, carbs on the left. Elements stay the same, but the combinations of choices are indeed infinite. Creativity is challenged.
Wow. Well, it's kind of like an interactive fortune cookie, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would.
The tools are same for everyone, but no two people view the world exactly the same through the Windows 95 system. You ever try any right-clicking?
Well, there was some peer pressure back when I was a freshman.
Most right-handed people use the left mouse key as their primary tool. Since right-handed people rule the world with the left side of their brain, we are trapped inside their rigid rules. But Microsoft Windows 95 allows for the influence of the right brain and the lefty in all of us. Right-clicking is the end result of all that. In other words, do you want to get funky?
It's a little early for funky, and you happen to be terrifying me to my very soul.
Windows 95 uses the right mouse button for what Microsoft calls power user features. Check this out. Right-click on the desktop, then Properties. Let's change the screen resolution on the fly.
That is so cool.
Now, mess around with it. Go to the taskbar and right-click it.
Okay, right-click it. All right. So I'll tile horizontally here, or maybe I'll undo tile. You know, whatever I want. It's kind of my show here, huh?
Now we go into my computer and open any file.
All right. Okay, I got something Bill calls the nova from a black hole. It's probably not important. We'll probably throw that away. Just get rid of that.
Now, drag the file out of the window onto the desktop using the right mouse button. Then create a shortcut.
Oh, no, there are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts in this world. It's a very, very long, long road.
Not in Windows.
Let me show you Windows Explorer briefly.
All right, now I hear this replaces the file manager.
Well, I hope you found him a new position in the company.
I mean, that guy's got a family.
You know?
Consider Windows Explorer the file manager on steroids. Let's go to it through the Start button.
Wow. So now the left side shows the drives and folders?
Now, just drag and drop any file to any folder or drive you want. It's a great way to manage your files.
Okay, now if memory serves, you couldn't do this in the old Windows without opening a bunch of file manager windows.
That is correct, Grasshopper. Let me give you one more tip. Take any shortcut and drag it to the Start button.
Okay, well, I'll grab the shortcut to Nova from a black hole. Here we go.
Now show me the Start menu.
Survey says the shortcut is now on the top of the Start menu. We are rocking the desktop.
You did not just say rockin' the desktop.
No.
Yes, you did. You said rockin' with a little apostrophe on the end.
No, I didn't.
You...
Go to the taskbar and right-click any program.
Okay, got it. Now we can close just like that, and look, it moves.
Now let's really get crazy. Go into the control panel off the hard drive in my computer. Let's check out desktop themes.
What is this?
Actually, it's not part of Windows 95. There are some really cool displays that come with a companion program from Windows 95 called Microsoft Plus. Now dial up American 60s and hit display.
Oh, psychedelic.
People, we have an announcement. Stay away from the brown floppies. With Windows 95, you can pretty much impose your will on your PC and the world. I feel so empowered.
It's Joystick Johnny.
Joystick Johnny, what brings you to town, buckaroo?
Where's Gates? Bill's not here, Johnny. We don't want no trouble.
Joystick Johnny? What is a Joystick Johnny?
Most feared video game warrior in the territory. He's probably heard that the new multimedia support in Windows 95 makes games fast and cool. And of course, Windows 95 is compatible with DOS games like Flight Simulator.
That's yesterday's news to Johnny.
Somebody better step up and volunteer. We start fitting everyone here for one-man bungalows. How about that stranger over there? He looks like he's hiding something.
Okay, first of all, I'm Matthews. That takes care of the stranger thing. And second of all, I'm not hiding anything. As a matter of fact, I'm working on an expose right now to blow the lid off the sitcom business.
Yeah, well, nobody's leaving until somebody's man enough to play a little 3D pinball with old Joystick Johnny.
Okay, Junior. You're on.
Girl. Hardy har har.
Now, see, that's a coward's laugh.
Nobody calls Joystick Johnny a coward, ma'am. Lee, bring up 3D pinball.
So, what's 3D pinball?
You mean you've never played that?
No. No. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Nobody has. It's a new game in Microsoft Plus.
So, so the kid was bluffing?
Well, let's hope so.
Fastest one there is.
Oh my God.
Johnny!
Yes!
Target achieved. Isn't that what the kids say?
You're on my list, Missy.
It's Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yo, Matt, how you doing, brother?
Tim, you brought the band.
I did? Oh, wow, I thought I was being stalked.
You guys bring your video?
Totally digital.
Ooh, but on a CD, though, how can we play it?
Not that you were invited, but you could use Windows 95. It's got full screen, full motion video, no more of that postage stamp size screen and cheesy 16-bit movement. But I'm warning you, one spin and you're out of here. Just don't want to riot when the boss gets back.
Hey, maybe we can jam with the shareholders when you get off work.
Yeah. Not on my watch. Just pop it in and away we go.
All right.
Want a net?
Disgusting.
You know, I'll tell you something, I've learned so much, I feel like I've already been a part of the Windows 95 video.
Yeah, I know. It's an incredible program, isn't it?
Yeah, and the best thing is we've met some incredibly freakish and frightening people.
And you know what, Maddie? I'm feeling kind of nutty. I'm feeling kind of kooky.
Yeah?
So you know what I think I'm going to do?
What?
I think I'm going to press that red button.
Really?
Windows. I know Windows.
Hey.
I told you people to stay away from the brown floppies.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. I mean, you pressed a button and people got zapped into the computer, and now, what do we do?
Leave.
Yeah, I guess we could see Bill tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? Okay. You know, this is gonna sound kind of strange, but I'm kind of gonna miss Joystick Johnny.
Oh, are you, Maddie?
Hey, Maddie, what's going on?
You know, by the way, I said floppy.
You said flappy.
No, I didn't. I said floppy.
You said flappy.
Floppy.
Flappy.
Why would I say floppy?
Well, you say potato, I say potato, you say flappy.